What is up, guys? It is 1:17 in the AM. I know what you're thinking, Jared. It is way past your bedtime. You're like a freaking old man. I know, I agree. Shouldn't be up this late. I especially shouldn't be leaving my apartment this late. But reason being, ooh, white balance, hello. Reason being is a friend of mine actually just called me, told me he's outside taking pictures in the foggy weather. How can I turn that down? I can't, you can't turn that down. You cannot turn that down. So now, I gotta find my friend, take some pictures, and then I need to go to bed. All right. I mean, look at this fog. Look at that. You know what I'm about to make? Some banger photos and awesome B-roll. As soon as I find Paul. There he is. So I met up with my friend Paul. This is Paul. Can you see him? There he is.
Yo.
Hang on. That's Paul.
In the flesh.
Paul is one of my better friends, one of my best friends. We've been friends for how long now?
4 years? Has it been 4 years?
It feels like 14 years. It feels like forever, but that's not a bad thing.
We don't get fog like this every day, so.
No, it never,
It's a beautiful thing.
We never get fog like this out here, ever. It also never gets cold in Louisiana. In the winter, we get like four cold days, maybe.
Yeah.
We're gonna go take some photos and hopefully some super crispy, punchy B-roll. So let's just see. Let's see what happens. So it's now 1:43 in the morning. As we just mentioned, we're too old for this crap. But we're still out here walking around, talking about business and finances and camera gear and the lack thereof. Someone who shall remain nameless didn't bring his camera with him. So he's taking photos on his phone for the evening, but that's okay.
That's right.
It's okay. How were you to know that this awesome foggy evening was coming? I had no idea.
Never would have guessed.
Nope, never would have guessed.
That's why you make the most of it. Keep
Oh, yeah.
keep your cameras with you, people. With
Let me
me.
go catch the train.
So
Come on, let's go catch the train. Oh, hang on. I almost lost my phone. So to those of you who don't know, which is literally all of you because I've never told any of you this, I live right next to some train tracks. All right, I'm gonna put my camera right here. I'm putting my camera right here. I mean, like, this is like mega close. What's been your favorite part of this train experience?
I was watching you squirm as your camera sat so closely to that thing. I would totally be freaking out. That's
All right, so
exactly it.
to those of you who may not know, this is my friend Paul. He is a massively talented photographer in this area, the Monroe, West Monroe, just North Louisiana. Paul takes like crazy good pictures. Really good at editing with like various colors like dark greens and that sort of stuff. And so, but I wanted to ask Paul a question. So somebody came to me the other day and said, hey, I'm wanting to get into photography, right? I'm wanting to get into photography, but I'm afraid to do it because there's so many other talented photographers in this area with better gear than me, and I'm afraid that my friends are going to think that I'm trying to be like that person. And so I did my best to encourage that person, but honestly, I know that that's a really common thought. It's a really common thread and theme in the photography and cinematography universe, and I deal with it a lot, especially with these videos, making these videos and putting my personality and myself out there like that. But anyways, I wanted to ask Paul, because Paul is probably one of the biggest encouragers that I know. Paul's usually there when I'm kind of feeling down and out to kind of help bring me back up. Not too high, just high enough that I don't crash and you know, whatever. So I wanted to ask you, what would you say to somebody like that? Somebody who's wanting to get into YouTube or get into photography or filmmaking or something to that effect?
Well, I guess to that person, I would say, don't let the saturation in the market stop you from chasing what you're passionate about in a creative sense. If you want to pick up a camera, do it. Shoot absolutely everything. Shoot your friends, shoot your family, shoot strangers, shoot your pets. Shoot absolutely everything. That's the only way you're going to find out what you're most interested in, because you might shoot senior portraits and realize, I hate this. But you might shoot landscapes and find out this is the coolest, most calming, de-stressing thing ever. So that might be what you're drawn to. So I'd say it's, in this day and age, especially with social media, you know, it's so easy to see a million of the top absolute, you know, most talented or the best edits, all of these sort of things. It's easy to see just this sea of perfection, because of course that's what those platforms run off of. It's perfection to drive advertising. Limit your social media use, because you'll get so easily drawn into a trap of comparison against all of these people that you've never even met before, what in reality, like you see, hey, I'm starting out, look at what these guys are doing. What you might not see from the get-go is that, you know, maybe you're starting out today, but maybe those guys started 10 years ago and they've worked to hone their craft. They've met their own goals and they're at a different stage in their hobby or their what could be a profession for them than you are. But don't let that discourage you. Also, I'd say don't worry about gear. If somebody says, oh, look at you, you're shooting with a phone, that doesn't matter. You can do amazing things with the phone. Technology is just, it's a non-issue these days. If somebody's gonna make fun of you because you're not shooting with a $5,000 camera, don't listen to them. Their opinion is invalid. They might say, oh look, I've got a $10,000, you know, set of gear, but take a look at their work. If passion, dedication to your craft, constantly honing after it, trying to better yourself, draw inspiration, study the work of people that inspire you. Actually analyze the things that you like about their pictures. Say Ansel Adams, landscape photographer, he's a legend. I sit and I pore over books from his career that I just, it captivates my attention. The images, the way he captures light, and he's known for his darkroom editing techniques. You know, he spent so much time doing those things because that's what fulfilled him, and it's what helped tell the story that he was trying to share. So, real true.
I would say the same thing, specifically about what you said about gear. You know, you've really nice gear, and my wife and I have pretty decent gear. But at the end of the day, the gear doesn't matter. Like, we all started.
It's just a tool.
Yeah, we all started somewhere.
Mine was a tiny little 2-megapixel Fujifilm point and shoot.
Really?
It had an LCD, like half an inch.
I had a Nikon Coolpix.
Okay, cool.
I did,
cool.
yeah.
Cool.
It was the OG.
Yes.
Like cameras and microphones and lenses, that's all it is. It's a tool. It's just like a hammer or a wrench or a drill. It's a tool. People don't go up to a house and say, wow, look at this beautiful house. I bet the carpenter had a really nice hammer. They look at the product that you make with your tool. So take the tool that you have, whether it be a phone or a Nikon Coolpix or a food or whatever it is, take that tool and tell a great story. And if you can take that tool and you can tell a great story, whether that be with photos or that be with videos, people will naturally gravitate towards that. So my battery's dying. I'm gonna stop this recording before it dies and we lose this. That's my face. All right, so it's now 2:24, plenty late enough. Paul, what do the people at home need to do once they watch this video? Do you know?
They need to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell.
I got good friends.
Don't forget the bell, yo.
Don't forget the bell. Yeah, cool. All right, well, Paul? Paul will be back. This is not the last video that Paul will be in, I promise you.
Okay.
But yeah, you heard the man. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for sticking around.
And the bell.
And the bell. Don't forget the bell.
Don't forget the freaking bell.
Don't forget the freaking bell. Love you guys, and I will see you hopefully in the next one. Peace.